So, guys, Star Wars, Disney Star Wars to be specific and accurate, right? Disney Star Wars, not the classics. We have John Boyega, star of the sequel, the Disney sequel series, Last Jedi, Force Awakens, Rise of Skywalker. Here, a variety. John Boyega says Star Wars is so white that a black person existing in it is a big deal. Toxic fans are okay with us playing the friend, but we can't touch their heroes. So, what do you think of that? Immediately say that what he's doing, and not that I don't understand why. In one way, he's sort of trashing and challenging and indicting the fan base instead of looking at Disney, the producers, say even J.J. Abrams, Kathleen Kennedy, Rayon Johnson, over and over. These are the creatives that used the Star Wars franchise George Lucas created to extend that to the sequels, and we got what we got in Force Awakens, Last Jedi, and Rise of Skywalker. Full revelation here, I'm not a fan of any of those movies, and there's lots of reasons why. Number one, I think they should have made these. Lucas obviously sold them to Disney, sold the franchise, and Lucasfilm and ILM and the whole caboodle. But I think they should have produced these movies long ago. I'm talking like 15 to 20 years ago. They should have done these films much, much sooner. Sadly, we lost Carrie Fisher. I mean, there's so many reasons why these sequels, the Disney sequels, the Disney Wars, as it were, don't sort of measure up for me. It's not about the racial components or back and forth. It's story. It's the lateness of the hour that they should have done these a long time ago. And then there's story issues, and we could go. But John Boyega's indictment of the fan base for being too white, or I mean, the fan base, just wanting a black character as a friend and not, as a leading man. So one of the piece here, he goes, "Let me tell you, Star Wars always had the vibe of being the most whitest elite space. It's a franchise that's so white that a black person existing in it is something. You can always tell it's something when some Star Wars fans try to say, well, we had Lando Calrissian and had Samuel L. Jackson. Of course, that's Mace Windu from the prequels. It's like telling me how many cookie chips are in the cookie dough. It's like they just scattered that in there, bro." So I don't know what to make of it. I think, again, the biggest beef he should have is with Disney. The biggest complaint should be launched at Disney. He goes on to say that, Daisy Ridley and Adam Driver, their characters were given much more nuances and shrift and care. He says later, a Disney executive, after seeing an interview, reached out to him, and he had a very honest and transparent conversation about why they did what they did, or, gave me a chance to explain what my experience was like it. He did say that, of course, it was a thrill, and it was a great thing to be in Star Wars, of course, and it really kind of made his career. So what do you think? This is all from an Apple TV documentary called Number One on the Call Sheet: Black Men in Hollywood. So you can catch that. Number one on the call sheet: Black leading men in Hollywood. You can look at most of the rest of, I guess, his interviews. So what do you think? Is Star Wars too white? Is it a racist kind of thing, or is it just what it is? A galaxy far, far away. Give us your thoughts. Give us your feedback. Tell us what you think. Hope you're enjoying. Hope you're subscribing. See you soon.